All good. Hold on. We're live. Hi.
Hi.
What room are you in?
I've been waiting for you. Yeah, doesn't this look good, this background?
Yes.
I feel like I'm always looking for what's the best backdrop. And one of my coaching clients today, she's like, I just need to tell you, I love your house. Because I'm always in different rooms, but I think this is a good
They get to pick their favorite rooms. No, I like it.
New favorite. I'm in my bedroom. I'm in the corner.
Oh.
You haven't been here in a long time.
No, I know your bedroom.
My bed's over there.
Right.
This is now my office.
I like it.
I won't show you the rest of the room because there's laundry all over the floor and
it's all good. No one needs to know.
It's fine.
But hi. So everyone, thank you so much for being here tonight for Live in the Lounge. I'm Dana.
And I'm Jamie.
And we have a super fun, exciting, bubbly, awesome guest tonight. We are going to be talking about how to photograph like the fabulous person that you are, because I know every time I look at a picture of myself, I'm like, oh God, I look like that, or like, why didn't I smile, or I'm not standing the right way, or like my hair, or like whatever. So I met Halle through her mom, actually, in a networking group, and she's an amazing photographer, and she's going to give us some tips, and you're going to be you're in love with her infectious personality and everything. It's going to be so much fun. So Jamie got to meet her for like 2 seconds, so I'm going to bring her on. If you guys have any questions, please put them in the comments. I see people are already commenting, which is so exciting. Hi, Dana. How's your pantry? Michelle, huh? Oh, Haley,
did you redo your pantry?
No, it's still like how you left it last time.
I redid mine since then. I have labels and everything. So I got jealous if you redid it without me.
All right. No, I didn't. Don't worry. It's totally not done at all. So we are going to bring Halle in. I'll show it to you later. You'll see it's not done. So I am super excited to have her live in the lounge. Let me bring her on.
Hello.
Hey, lady.
Hi.
Hi. How are you guys?
We are
good.
I know. So how are you?
So good. I'm so excited to be here.
Welcome.
Thank you.
I know. We're so excited to have you on, too. I mean, I've seen you in action at the Fem City events.
Oh, yes.
And I love your photography. I love your eye and your angle. And I was like, why not talk to the expert about what we should and shouldn't be doing in pictures and all that fun stuff. And also introduce you to everyone. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay. So my name is Halle. I also go by Allie, but that's like a different story. So call me whatever you want.
I want to know that story.
You can ask me parents, honestly, like the whole thing. But I go by Halle in like the photo world because my business name is Halle Alessia Photography, which is essentially my first and middle name. But anyway, I am a lifestyle photographer. I am 26. I live in South Florida, born and raised. I love photography, obviously. That's like my passion turned into a career. And I'm just like here living my best life.
Do you not love her already? I mean,
thank you. I love you guys.
Do you not love her already? She's so cool. So you're Florida born.
Yes. Literally I'm in my childhood home, like born and raised, been here. And then I went to Florida Gulf Coast for college. So I went like 2 hours away. And then I came back home because South Florida is so cool. Like I'm moving to Fort Lauderdale literally this weekend. So I'm kind of like hitting all the different areas. But I don't know. I just love it down here. Like there's so much to offer. There's so much diversity. There's so much to do. Like you can get a little bit of everything. So I just feel like it's not like your typical hometown. So I'm just happy to be here.
So Halle, can you tell everyone what a lifestyle photographer is?
Yes. Okay. It's kind of, I know, I feel like whenever I say that, people are like, oh, okay, what is that? Basically, like when you think of just like your normal photographer in like your hometown who does, you know, your family photos, your engagement photos, it's more of like a stylized, like candid, true to life style. Does that make sense? Like,
Yep.
like you're just kind of in your element, candid, not like superposed. So just kind of like creating those like real life moments, I guess. And like using them in your everyday life. So, you know, if you need a photographer for this or for that, like I'm kind of your go-to gal. But I also love like the editorial side of things. So I've been doing a lot of like branding stuff. I love working like in the fashion realm. So I like to do like kind of dip my toes in a little bit of everything. But I feel like lifestyle photographer would be kind of like my main thing right now, especially. But yeah, just kind of your go-to.
How did you arrive in this place?
How'd you get here?
Okay,
In this world of photography?
Yes. So I always loved photography, like growing up in high school. So my sister also was like always kind of into photography, and she had like a nice little camera. And once she kind of like stopped using it, I was like, this is mine now. Like everything's handed down. So like this is mine. And so I just like literally just started taking pictures of my friends in my neighborhood. Honestly, like I have albums and albums of photos on my Facebook page of like making my friends like model like my freshman year of high school. Just like, this is so cool. Like I just loved it, and I loved getting creative. Like any chance I got, I would just have an idea in my head, and they'd be like, text my friends like, do you guys want to do a photo shoot? And obviously they were like so into it. And this was like pre-Instagram. Like this was like 2009, so that's like really when I started like just loving it. And
Michelle's having flashbacks right now.
mom,
That's mom. That's her mom.
and I would just like do the weirdest like concepts. But anyway, I just like loved it. And then once I went to college, I still like had that love for photography. I took like one photography class in high school, but I was going into my sophomore year of college, and I was like thinking about internships and all the things. My major was public relations and communication, so it wasn't like necessarily photography related, but I just wanted to do a photography internship, and I was like, that's kind of like in the same playing field, so I could definitely get away with doing an internship in this realm. But so my sister, she actually went to FGCU as well, and she did a wedding planning internship. So she reached out to her and was like, hey, do you know any photographers that are looking for, you know, for an intern or an assistant or anything like that? And so she ended up knowing a couple, Hunter Ryan Photo. They're incredible, literally like some of my best friends to this day. Like just became my mentors. I literally started off just like carrying their bags at weddings. She was pregnant, so she was just like, we have a lot of heavy stuff, so like if you could just carry that, we'll just like tell you stuff along the way. And I was like, amazing. I'm just happy to be here. And so I you know, kind of started working with them again, just literally carrying their stuff, but they were so generous with like information and would just literally be like, this is why we do this. And like it wasn't like I was just like a person, like they just were so happy to teach me anything I had questions for. And essentially like at the end, not at the end, but because I still like work with them to this day, but they got me like my first like lens, like at the end of the school year. They literally bought me like my first like prime lens, which like really like kind of catapulted me into like really understanding like how it works. And then from there I started second shooting with them, and again, like they've just taught me everything I know. Like I had the creative eye for it, but I was like, technicalities like weren't my thing. I was just like, yeah, I don't know. So like all of that I totally owe to them, like, and on the creative side. But so that's how I like really started getting into it like professionally, and was like, oh wait, like I could do this, you know. And they were so great with like validation and being like, these are great, like holy cow, like whatever. And I was like, and they're so incredible that I was just like, any praise from them was just like gold, you know. I was just like, I can't even believe that they like my stuff because they're that good, you know. But again, like they're some of my best friends to this day. I still will like text them on occasion, like be like, hey, like if I have any like photography related question that I haven't like that I don't know, I'm just like help, like, and they always have an answer for me. Like Cody literally just texted me today like some new presets that he's coming out with, and he's like, hey, try these out on your pics. I'm like, so cool. Like I'm just it's just great. So once I graduated college, I was working for Free People and Urban Outfitters, and I ended up moving up there. I kind of like wanted to.
Were you in Philly, Halle?
No, so I was actually just working like retail.
Okay.
But when I got the job, I was like a senior in college, like super busy. Didn't really, but like I got the job at Free People, so I was like, oh, like this is kind of cool. Like I want to take advantage of this. Like I don't know where this could see me type thing. So I took it. I graduated, ended up moving back here, transferring to the Urban Outfitters on Atlantic Avenue. And from there, I just kind of moved up in my position, became a manager, and eventually started like shooting for Urban, just like freelance, which was literally my goal. And it was just like honestly such a big dream of mine to do that. So once I kind of did that and kind of like I met so many amazing people, learned so many amazing things from Urban, but obviously I knew like retail wasn't my thing. Like photography, I was still always doing on the side. But after I kind of like had that moment, like where I shot with them and I did all that, I was like, okay, like I can go off and do this on my own now. So the beginning of 2020, I quit and I was like photography, and then obviously like we all know what happened in 2020, but no regrets at all. And now I'm doing it full time, which is all I could ever dream of, honestly. So yeah, very long story, but that's
no, but everything connected. There was like pieces to how you came to where you are.
Yeah.
And I think it's so important. And I think you're so lucky that you found the mentors that you did in the people that you interned with, because
it makes such a difference. Like it really does.
Yeah. Entirely. I had a great mentor when I first started in corporate in marketing. And what's really funny is Maria and I went to dinner the other night. Maria was a girl that I used to work with at DR Horton, and Candy, our boss, was my mentor. She was.
I was like, who is it? Oh yeah, Candy.
The most phenomenal woman I still like. I love her. I haven't spoken to her in so long. So when Maria and I went to dinner the other night, I'm like, let's text Candy. I mean, I haven't spoken to her in like years. I texted her. She texted me back. I'm so happy.
Did you think she wouldn't?
I hope that she would, but I'm just saying. When I guess now she does. She's probably like, "Who? Why am I going to talk to her?" No, she's awesome, and she taught me so much there is to know, and to still have that connection. I cannot wait to catch up with her, and the fact that you have someone that has a similar connection, it just shows the importance of mentorship, and
it really does. Like, and I feel like that puts it into perspective for me too. Like. Again, I'm still learning too, you know, like I'm doing this full time, but every day I'm learning like something new. And I ended up, and just like whenever I get DMs from girls who are like, or other photographers who are asking me questions, I'm like, literally like, they're probably like overwhelmed with the things that I tell them. Cause I'm like, you deserve to know, like someone needs to tell you these things. Like, I'm not going to gatekeep like all this information that I like learned from these amazing people. Like everyone deserves to know, you know what I mean? Like, cause it's hard to navigate, and I'm still navigating it, especially like, you know, being like by myself doing this all alone. There's so many things where I'm like I don't know what to do here. And I just kind of have to like experiment and do it and see how it goes. And I learn for the next time. So I'm like, I think it's so helpful to tell other people like, hey, this worked for me and this didn't. Like we all have different experiences, but like just so you know,
sharing is caring. I agree.
Pay it forward. You're paying it forward.
Yes, totally.
So now that we know your journey, we need to know your tips and tricks for how do we show up in pictures in the best way possible.
Yeah. So obviously, okay, so if I don't even know where to start. I think like if you kind of go from the beginning, of like, okay, I have a photo shoot, or like even just like any sort of photo that you're taking. It's like, okay, if you're the like on the other side of it, like you're the model, is that kind of what we're thinking? Like
Yeah,
you're
like
getting
yeah. So I'm like, okay, I want you to take my headshot in a lifestyle wear. What do we do?
Okay.
What do we wear? How do we look?
Okay. So yeah, so I would say obviously like for us women, like if we're wearing makeup, like something that is super natural, or you know what, something that you do like every day for yourself that just brings out your natural features. Not don't do anything dramatic. Don't feel like you need to like extra doll up because you're like getting your photo taken, because at the end of the day, like you want your photo to look like you, or else I would like assume that. But like if you're not trying to look like you, that's a different story. But like, you know, just make sure you're comfortable and like doing your normal thing that makes you comfortable. And that goes with your wardrobe as well. Like you need to wear something that is comfortable, but like not like just something that you are comfortable in, because there's so many times where I'll have people, and I'm always like, send me pictures of things that you're thinking of wearing, because people like really don't know what to wear half the time. They're like, I don't know. And I'll like try and give them suggestions. We'll make mood boards, like we'll go on Pinterest. Pinterest is your best friend.
Yeah, I love Pinterest.
Yeah, like and try those things on, move in them, look at yourself in the mirror, look at your different angles. I mean, I think we all do that anyway, like on an everyday basis when you're like, you know, I'm going out, you know, with my friends. What do I look like? You know, like you kind of just want to have a good feel, but you want to feel comfortable in what you're wearing, because there's nothing worse than like feeling uncomfortable and feeling like you, I don't know, like you're just not feeling yourself in it, and you feel like you have
Mhm.
to be like in a certain position to look good, like that's a no, you know? So always making sure it's something maybe that you've worn before, or like a similar style of something you've worn. I think that's always a good go-to. And then moving on to like the actual photo shoot. Like I said, a lot of times I do like to kind of just create like a mood board with you, just so you know what kind of poses that you do want, because half the time, honestly, most times people are there and they're like, okay, I'm awkward. I don't know what to do. You're going to have to tell me. And I'm like, that's why I'm here. We're doing it, you know? So for me, I, a lot of times will just kind of like place you in a pose, and we'll kind of do natural, I like to call them like micro movements from there. So it's like, you know, if you're in like one position, we'll be like, okay, now move your hand here. Like just like very natural, that feels good with you. And a lot of times we'll be like, does that feel awkward? And if they say yes, then I'm like, okay, then let's not do it. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's all about how you feel. And I think at the end of the day, a lot of people are awkward in front of the camera no matter what, but just kind of giving those like little tiny adjustments. And I'm not the type that'll just be like, okay, like this is the pose I do on everyone, so I hope it works. Snap a shot. I'll be like, actually, this does, like, I'll be transparent. Like, actually, that does look weird. You know what I mean? Like put your chin down like a little bit here. Like, oh, let me move this piece of hair. You know, like for me, like I'm there to help you and make you look beautiful, because if you don't feel beautiful in your photos, that's a reflection of me. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I think just like comfortability, and also just like trusting your photographer is so important, because I can't even tell you, like there's certain people who just like, no matter what you say or do, like, and I'm like your hype girl. Like I'm like, and I won't lie about it. Like if I think stuff, I'm like, okay. But then once we're into it, I'm like, oh my God. Oh wait. Oh my gosh. Wait, stay right. Wait, hold on. And I'm like, I'm freaking out. This is so good. Like this is so good. And I think that makes you feel good. Like it's a genuine reaction for me. Like I'm not like making this up, you know? Like if it's not hitting right for me, I probably won't react that way. I'll be like, okay, all right, we're getting there. And so a lot of times, like the first like few photos I take, like I'll just like scratch, because once I like get into the groove, I'm like, okay, this is the sauce, you know, this is what we're
Like you
doing.
warmed up.
Yeah, we just gotta get warmed up, and then people really do like end up being very comfortable. They start getting it. I'll show them a couple of photos like behind. You know, I don't want to show them too many, because then they get like, oh wait, you know. So I'm like, let me just show you like a couple,
That
so
would
you
be
like have an idea. And then they're like, okay, I like that. I don't like that. And I'm like, great, let's keep it up. You know what I mean? So Yeah, I think. Oh my gosh, thank you.
Feels like a model shoot.
I know.
Do you play music? Like, what do you do to get people in the mood?
I honestly probably should. That would honestly, it depends on the shoot. Like sometimes I will, but I think I should implement that more now that you mention it. I need to
Good.
just, like, bring it. Yeah, I'm learning things from you. This is great. But, but yeah, I think I don't usually play music. I don't know. That's a good, like, I want to do that.
I'm just thinking, like, I would maybe, I'm probably not for every photo shoot, but like some people that might relax them or get them excited or calm
Yeah,
them.
well, I
Or,
think with couples, that's really fun too. Like to just
Mhm.
put some more like romantic like stuff on that kind of vibes with them, especially like for the dudes. Like, you know, like half the time they're just like, what's going on? So,
I
like,
don't want to be
and I'm more comfortable being like, hey, I'm not even here. Like, I'm just here to take your pic, but I'm like not here. You know.
here. Oh, you're getting great kudos here that you took the best pictures, the pictures of Rachel.
Oh my god. Oh my gosh, yes. We did so many fun ones like popping the champagne. So good.
Oh, that's awesome. That is so awesome. So there isn't, I mean, our next question is like, is there a certain way to stand, sit, or smile that could ensure a great shot? There is, what I'm getting from this is that there isn't. It's just a matter of you're feeling comfortable in what you're wearing, who you're getting photographed by, and like Jamie said, the music, the ambiance and stuff like that. So it doesn't matter what I'm wearing. It's when I, you know, if I feel comfortable in the setting.
And all of those aspects. Yeah, exactly. And that's really we'll kind of do like a quick consultation like prior, and I'll be like, okay, what's the vibe you're going for? Like, do you want nature? Do you want city? Do you want like whatever? And a lot of times people kind of like will have their mind made up or they won't. And I'll be like, okay, well, like here's some work from like this spot that I've already shot at or whatever. And they'll be like, okay. Or like once we curate like that mood board on Pinterest, people will be like, oh wait, yeah, actually I really like that. I'm like, this is why we use Pinterest. Like so much inspiration. And people really get to see like, wait, I really like this picture. I would love something like that, you know?
Right. So, no, that's very, I think, great. I know you're talking, Jamie is like the Pinterest.
Oh,
I live life through Pinterest.
So
like, in every way. And it needs to be really.
Things that I'm surprised it's not like it should be more popular. You know what I mean? Like people are sleeping on Pinterest, I swear. So good. So good. I'm blessed.
So we know you probably shouldn't say your favorite subject because I'm sure you love all the different people you work with, but is there something that you know, look forward to more or have had, you know, exciting experiences with?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like you said, I do love shooting like mostly everything, but so this year specifically, like I've honestly been doing a lot of personal branding photos and I've loved it so much. Like it's not something that I even like thought I would be doing, but I think with, you know, 2021 is just like kind of like fresh for a lot of people. So many women especially kind of went off and did their like entrepreneur. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna say that word. They went off and like started their own business, and like so many people did in 2020 because they were like, okay, like what can I do here? What are my skills? Like I want to have something on the side or even just full time. And I think it just like made so many people sit down and like realize that they wanted to, you know, work for themselves. And so I have been doing so many branding photos lately, which is honestly just, it's really fun for me. Like I really, really enjoy it. We really get to dive into like, you know, what is important to their brand, who they are, what's authentic to them, and just kind of like dive into the pre-planning again, Pinterest, and just like making a whole vibe, creating it, seeing what they want for their website, all of their inspiration. So I love doing that. And that kind of goes with like working for like urban stuff like that. Like fashion is so fun for me too. Like fashion, like, because we can get like kind of weird and like, I just love fashion anyway. So it's just, like more fun for me. I get super excited to edit that kind of stuff, and it's just, yeah, that kind of stuff definitely gets me really excited. And I think I'm good like one-on-one, especially like, I don't know, I just, even like I love, like I'll do weddings all day too, but there's something about the like one-on-one connection that I just like do way more better in that, way more better. I just do way better in that environment, and it's just, I just like making that connection. That's just like the type of person I am.
I love that. I'm definitely, next time I'm down there, I want to talk about the branding piece.
Yeah, girl.
Yeah, Jamie needs to get pictures because I've been waiting forever. The only picture that Jamie and I have on our website is of she and I when we were, I don't know, like maybe 5 and 8 at Grandma Anna's house with the birthday cake.
Well, that's not, I mean, she's not going to take pictures of us when we're little.
No, but I mean, we don't have pictures together. Every time when you come down, you're like, the next time, and then the next time. And I'm like,
That's true.
Yeah, let me know.
She's our girl. She's our girl. I cannot believe it's already been almost a half hour. This is insane.
Sorry, I'm like such a talker.
No, I love it. Are you kidding?
No, it's good.
We love your passion. We love the information that you're providing for us. So you know that what's up next is speed round.
Yes.
Okay. All right. What's your favorite beverage?
Oh gosh. Okay. Currently, like if we're going alcoholic beverage, I've been into espresso martinis. Me and my sister lately, we're like really into espresso martinis. So that's like my go-to. I think that's the first thing that came into my head.
I think we changed that. I like that you changed that to more generic, like not usually, wasn't it red or white, and that you picked alcohol. I appreciate that.
That would have been fun. I'm like,
she's like, and then I have the white on the side.
Yeah.
I have a question that I didn't put on the questions, but I want to ask you: are you a Canon or a Nikon?
Nikon.
Okay, because I know that there's like a thing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
There's so many now too. Like Sony really popped off. Like there's a ton of other. Like I don't even shoot Nikon lenses. I shoot Sigma lenses, which you probably don't even know what Sigma is. But they're amazing.
You do, and that's good. You need to.
Yeah.
Oh, but it's cool that they're interchangeable.
But Canon's amazing too, you know?
You're not knocking the other one, but I'm just out of curiosity.
You have a personal preference.
Yeah. You're entitled, just like your espresso martini.
Exactly.
Okay. Favorite flower?
Okay, this is probably a gardenia. That's like my mom's favorite flower too, and her mom's favorite flower.
Yay, Michelle.
It smells amazing. It's like my favorite smell ever. And they're just so cute. You know? But like I love so many flowers, so I'm like, that's like the one that comes to my mind.
When you're not behind the camera, what do you like to do?
I like to do a lot of things. I just like to be out and about. Like I like to be in the sun. I like to just be busy, you know? Like obviously I like to kind of like go shop. I don't know. I like more so online shop, but I like to travel. My sister lives in Pittsburgh, so I like to go visit her whenever I can. And I don't know, I just like love traveling. So if I'm like not working, or if I have like a weekend off, I'm like, okay, where can I go and what can I do? Or like just going to like little pop-up things in town, especially like I love stuff like that when there's like vendor pop-ups and like farmers markets and stuff like that. I just love like being outside and like in the community and doing things. It's fun.
I love that. I
like to keep busy. I don't like to be bored.
No, I could imagine the energy that you have. I don't think you could.
Yeah.
Which is admirable. It's so admirable. So what's your favorite TV show?
My favorite TV show is American Horror Story. Except I haven't started the new season yet, so don't spoil it for me.
Okay, no.
And I'm not like a creep. It's just like so good.
Oh, no. Okay, and then the last question: what's your favorite book? Do you have a favorite book?
Ooh, my favorite book. Probably Looking for Alaska by John Green. That book is so amazing. So actually they just came out. They had come out with a TV show, I think it must have been 2019 now, and it was really good. But that was like my favorite book growing up. So I don't know. I think that has to be it. I think it was always my favorite book growing up. So that's like my go-to still. But it's like kind of like young adult.
It's okay.
Like teen.
That's okay.
You are a young adult.
There's a lot of depth to it, okay? It's good. You free.
You don't have to justify.
We are not judging in any way, Oh my gosh, I cannot believe the time is gone. But
Gosh,
Halle,
yeah,
Allie,
Allie.
thank you so much for being on tonight. You're so much fun.
Thank you. So good to meet you.
So nice to meet you.
I'll see you in Florida.
Yes.
Yes.
Let me know about those branding photos. I'm here.
Oh yeah. Say hi to your mom and everyone.
Hey, Mom. Hey, friends.
Bye. I love her. Good night.
Bye.
Bye.